Welcome to Ben Talks Money. Here we discuss stocks, investments, ETFs, and personal finance.
Hello there, welcome back to Ben Talks Money. My name is Ben. I have an MBA in Finance and Management. I've been trading for 8 years and I'm a full-time options trader. In today's video, we're going to look at two stocks that are set to bounce back from the dip. These stocks have been dipping for a while and they have a behavior. One of them especially have a behavior of dipping down and pumping back up. It's been doing that for almost 2 years now. So now we take a look at these two stocks. We take a look at the daily chart to see where we can get in these stocks. So if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, and humbly please help me get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm close to it and your subscription will go a long way in helping me do that. So let's get started. The first name that we are looking at today is ARMS. ARMS, A-R-M. And the reason why we are beginning to start a swing trade on this name is clear. You can see it from the daily chart here, right? If you look at the daily chart, what does it tell you? It tells you that this stock has been trading in a range since 2024, right? You can see here, this stock trades in a range. The bottom of the range is right here around $9,400. And the top of the range is around 190. You can see it did it multiple times here. Sometimes it doesn't get to 190 right here. You can see here. Sometimes it gets to about 170, 160, but all the time it passes 150, right? We've been looking at this here. Look at this chart here. Multiple times it's been doing that. If you look at it here too, it did the same thing. And if you look at the bottom of it, right? Sometimes it gets here to $95. Sometimes it goes all the way down here to $84. As you can see on two occasions here. Sometimes it comes here to $95 here again, $95 again. And on some occasions, look at it, what it does here. 118, right? 110. And just this now that we are looking at, it came in here, right? A couple of days ago, this stock came in here. You can look at the daily chart. You see the hammer. It's a strong hammer that you can see right here, right? It came in here at $100 and it held $100. And it consolidated around that place all day yesterday. And today we are beginning to move back up. And it's right now sitting here at 107. So the question is this stock going to continue on this behavior? Is it going to pull back down a little bit more, get to 95 before it starts moving again? So we don't know what is going to happen, right? So what we are doing here is we are starting a startup position. I'm using options for this trade. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start a position that will give me the room to add if this thing breaks down. And if it starts to go, if I see levels that is starting to go, especially if it breaks above 110, then I'll add to the position. Or if it breaks below to $94, $95, I'll add to the position. Because history tells us that this stocks, this is how it behaves. Look at the chart. It's consolidated around this level here, right? The whole chart six here, right? It doesn't go above, it has never gone above 195 and it has never come below 84. It's all the time between 195 and 84. And now we are sitting right here at 100. We came to test 100 and we held. And we are beginning to move back up. And we can see on some occasions, that's exactly what it does, right? Is this going to be that occasion or is it going to pull back up? Back down to 84, probably 95, as it does sometimes, right? And if you look at the market, the reason why we are starting the position is that the semiconductor stocks, they are beginning to move. If you look at today, the SMH, which is the semiconductor ETF, if you are interested in investing or trading the semiconductors, SMH is what you have to go for. It tracks the entire semiconductor. If you want Nvidia, Broadcom, Macron, everything is in here. And now today at pre-market, it's sitting here at all-time highs. It's 3% up today, right? This is not a financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Make a decision that fits your risk tolerance level. Okay, so back to ARMS. We are going to start a startup position here, and we're going to see if this name is going to move to 110. If it moves above 110, we will add to the name and see where it goes from there. If it breaks below 100, we will see if it is going to hold 94. If it holds 94, we will add to it and see if it's going to break back up. Our exit point will be around $84. That's why this is a startup position. We are starting small here. I'm buying options that expires in August this year. So I'm giving myself about 8 months for this to work. So I'll be adding to it and adding to the position and see where this thing takes us, right? Our first exit will be around 120. Our next exit will be around 150 because this thing always goes to about 160. When it gets to 160, that's when it becomes a little bit murky. So we hope to ride this to, at least 160. At that time, if we get there, we'll be out a lot, right? We'll have just a little bit left. And on the other side, when it's coming down here, if it breaks below 84, we are out of the trade. We take the losses and we'll be out. So that's why we are managing the trade. That's why we are starting using a startup position. Let's say if you want to take this trade, right? And again, it's not a financial advice. If you want to take this trade right now, and you want your total position to be about, let's say, hypothetically $1,000, I'm going to start here with $300, and I'm going to break it into 3. When it gets to 94, I'll add to it, and then when it gets to 84, I'll add to it. On the other hand, if it gets to 110 and I see the volume coming, I see the semiconductor market, the sector performing well, I'll add to it because now it's beginning to perform well. I've been watching this. I thought it was going to come down to 94, but if you look at how the rest of the semiconductors are going, I don't think we're going to get there. But we have to prepare for the possibility of going there. That's why we are using a startup position. Okay, so that's the play for ARMS. The next one that we are taking a look at that we are really interested in trading today, also for a swing trade, is what's the name? It's CoreWeave. CoreWeave is the name that we are interested in trading for the long term today, right? And the reason being that this name, if you look at the daily chart, it consolidated around this area. It held this bottom here. We got in here around $65. That's when we got in CoreWeave. We rolled it a little bit back here to 84. I think it was about $90 and we got out, right? We got out around 94. That was our final exit. And then we monitored it 3 days ago. I think it was Monday. We made this move here. I think Tuesday. We made this move here Tuesday. We broke above the 50-day because it was struggling to break the 50-day. That's why we exited the trade. It broke the 50-day and Tuesday it pulled back. It came to test it a little bit. It held. Yesterday, it started to move that the market was not good, but it's still closed positive above it. That's when we started the position here again yesterday. Today, we are beginning to gap up again, and we are sitting here around 92, almost $93, right? So is this going to break the 200 days around 102, $103? So it's a little bit of room for us to go. And again, this is also a startup position that we have in this name. We are holding this until somewhere May, June. That's where I think the contract expires. So we are giving ourselves room for this to work. And because it's a startup position, we will add as, if it breaks above $100 and it holds above the 200-day, which is around 103, we will add to the position and see where these things can go, right? Because there is beginning to have a lot of buzz in this name. So that's why we are looking at this CoreWeave and ARMS, right? We are looking at CoreWeave and ARMS. So let me know, are you interested in this trade? Let me know in the comment section. Are you interested in this trade? Are you willing to, take a swing at it? And If you are interested, let me know what your strategy is. Are you buying options? Are you buying the stock outright? And if the video is helpful to you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, let's keep talking money.